Hey guys. Whoa. Good morning. For all those tuning in, my name is Gianni Rand from the randstory.com. Listen guys, I know it's early. I'm actually about to head out and go to work at New Hope Church. I love it. Anyways, I just wanted to kind of get on today and talk about a few things that I've learned from being a mom. If you know me, you know that me and my husband have a 2-year-old son named Cannon. He is a fireball of energy. He just turned 2 in July, and so I don't like to say that he's going through the terrible twos. He's going through the adventurous twos, and so he's super adventurous. Hey Ashley, my cousin joined. I'm talking about Cannon today. So share this video. Anyways, Cannon is, hey, Mr. Clifton. Cannon is just a ball of energy. If you're ever around him, it's hard for you not to get tired just watching him. And so a couple of things that I've learned from him I'm going to talk about today, just briefly. I'm not going to take a lot of time. Anyways, sorry, I'm trying to clear my throat. Guess I should have got coffee first. Anyways, good morning. So anyways, one of the first things that I learned, actually before I even had Cannon, I'll be honest with you, we were surprised when I found out I was pregnant. We were super surprised, as most people are. A lot of people don't plan the pregnancy, but God plans your pregnancy for you, so I'm forever grateful for that. But immediately I knew, and once we got those test results back from the doctor, I knew I was going to have some sort of mental toughness. And so I knew that me giving birth, what's up, Miss Shakina? I knew that me giving birth was going to be probably one of the most painful things I went through in my life, just because of the experiences that I've heard from other people. And so just from talking to relatives, Mr. Zaid, I haven't talked to you since college. Good morning, guys. Good morning. We have quite a few people for it to be so early. I'm here in Texas, and it's 7 o'clock. How are your people doing in, you're from VI, right? You're from the Virgin Islands. Hope your people are good. Hey, Miss Shakina. So anyways, back to the topic. So mental toughness was something I had to prepare myself for, and the closer that it got to my due date, the closer I had to mentally prepare myself to give birth to another human being. And so as gruesome as that may sound, and as crazy as that may sound, when people ask me, how was my childbirth experience, I truly tell them that it actually wasn't that bad. That's awesome, Zion. I'm glad that they're safe. Praying for you guys. Hey, Miss Amy Holt. Wow, I have not seen or talked to you since middle school. That's been crazy, middle school basketball. Anyways, so going into pregnancy, I knew that I had to have mental toughness. Miss Andrea, hot girl. Anyways, I'm sure you can relate. You're a mom as well, but mental toughness was something that I had to prepare myself for going into giving birth. And so I just remember, I'll jump straight ahead. I remember being in the hospital, and I was nervous when I was induced. So whenever I showed up to the hospital, now my doctor made it kind of weird, but he said that I was going to get induced and go home and come back the next day. Well, long story short, I showed up to the hospital, and I found out at the hospital that I wasn't leaving until after I had my son. So can you imagine that? But instantly I started going into a deeper level of mental toughness, and mentally preparing myself to have my child. Nicole, good morning. Good morning. I know you can relate this morning. You're a mom as well. And so going into childbirth, I had to have mental toughness. I just remember when I was in the hospital the entire time, I just kept saying to myself, just trust God. And I knew that I would be okay, and I was. And so to be 100% honest, my childbirth experience was not as bad as I thought it was going to be, because I think I mentally prepared myself for that. So that's kind of one of the main things that really I've learned since being a mom to Cannon. And so jumping forward to kind of Cannon being 2 now, and he's like developing his own personality. I guess 2 is the age where they do that. I'm not really sure, but he's kind of already developed his personality. Is he doesn't have any fear. Like, he has fear of nothing. He can jump off the top of the couch and bust his lip. Good morning, Mr. Darnell, and bust his lip and go back and do it again. And so he has absolutely no fear, which is scary, but it's also a concept I think that adults could learn, because I don't know what happens between being a toddler and being an adult that we we learn this behavior of being fearful. And by the way, fear is fake. I've learned that from my mentor. Fear is something that is made up in our minds to kind of hold us back. So that's another thing that I've learned from Cannon and from being a mom. And then I think the most important thing that I've learned is how to forgive quickly. And so I know as adults sometimes, especially when people have done us wrong or we've gone through certain situations, it hardens our heart. And so what I've noticed and what I've learned from Cannon is that he may do something and we may, good morning, Darnell, he may get disciplined by either me or my husband. And so the crazy part is, like, if we put him in timeout or, he goes to his room or whatever the case may be, after we're done disciplining him, he comes right back to us, and it's like he's totally forgot what even happened. And he comes back and he gives us a hug and he says, I love you. And he's ready to play all over again as if nothing happened. And I think that's something that we could also learn as an adult. And that's something that I've personally learned just from being a mom. Prior to being a mom, I didn't really understand what forgiving quickly looked like. At least in my own life, people forgave me, but I wasn't so quick to forgive. And so now it's like, why are we holding on to something that's already happened? Why are we letting that affect us the way it is? And so those are just some things that I've learned just from being a mom. That mental toughness is a very powerful tool. We shouldn't have any type of fear. Like, no fear. Fear is fake. It's made up. It's meant to be there to block you from that next level. And just to forgive quickly. Just quickly forgive somebody, no matter how bad they did you. Now, I'm not saying totally forget what happened, but you do need to forgive them so that doesn't make your harden your heart. You know what I mean? So if you enjoy this video, I know it was super quick. It's super early in the morning, so I appreciate everybody that was able to get on with me. If you appreciated this video, would you head over to our Facebook page, The Rand Story? I'll be talking more in depth about these same topics. And I would love to hear, if you're a parent, I would love to hear what are some things you've learned from being a parent, especially those that have more than one child. I have one right now, and I'm fine. I'm fine with having my one boy. And so, head over to The Rand Story, like the page, and just let me know what are some things that your kids have taught you. And I would love to hear your stories. Let's start a conversation and let's talk about that. I'll post a link below to The Rand Story Facebook page, and I hope everybody has a great morning. All right, y'all have a good one.